I'm going to start recording right there. I missed half that.
Come on, man. You should know better. As soon as I come in, hit the red button.
Go.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hit the red button. Blow it all up.
That's right. Engage the red matter.
Engage the
red matter. Red matter. I spent like 13 years trying to forget about red matter. You got to bring it back.
You know, something I noticed at the convention.
What's that?
While we were there, nobody was wearing Star Trek movie gear, like the new movies.
Everyone JJ movies?
Yeah. They had the old uniforms or the new Trek uniforms, but not the JJ movies.
Yeah.
Well, because that was like a flash in the pan period that's kind of over.
Maybe not.
Unless they make another film.
They're supposed to be, right? All the actors are coming back, even though they don't know it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. For a while, there was a lot of that cosplay at conventions just because that was the easiest thing to find. You could go into the store and find that because it was current.
Right.
But,
that's true.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with moving past that.
Away from that.
Moving past it, yeah. Moving on to something new. Strange New Worlds, which we're going to talk about today, looks fantastic. I'm so excited. We got a lot to talk about. All kinds of things, because last week when we didn't have a show, there was a reason. I'm going to play a little clip, and this will clue you in.
Good morning, boys. It's Tim here from not so sunny Shoreham by Sea in Sussex, England. I just wanted to send a quick note, really, to say how disappointed I was when I opened up your episode from a couple of weeks ago to hear that you wouldn't be meeting up in Vegas. I'm absolutely gutted for you, because I was looking forward to hearing all about,
this is old.
It is. This is what's great.
I did a podcast a few years ago, many years ago now, with someone who it took a while to meet. So, I can relate. And used to have podcast meetups.
What?
Hold on.
To meet people that were sort of fellow podcasters. And, of course...
And we'll cut it off right there, because we actually finally, this is from last summer when we didn't make it to Vegas because of COVID and everything else. Well, Timmy, here we are from Sussex. Here we are. We met in Chicago last week. And if you didn't know that, now you do. You should, because it's all over the Facebook group. It was all over Discord. I don't know if it got put up on Twitter or anywhere else, Instagram, but
it did.
It did. So by now everybody should have a good idea that yes, we finally met face to face. We had the man on man love. It was wonderful. So
and we brought in a couple of other men as the weekend
progressed. We did.
And we picked up some men.
And one
we went
chick,
to Chicago. We picked up some men.
One chick. It was cool. She was there, so
Yeah.
I mean,
It wasn't
She's
just
actually a very lovely lady. We met Scott Bowders, aka Scott Strongbeard.
Signs.
And what's that?
Yeah, he gave us the signs.
Yes. And he had his lovely wife Desiree with him, and we just had a blast. It was a good time. We hung out with them most of the weekend. Hung out with Gentry.
Yeah, Gentry was there
most of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. Eric Woods. Blake, Eric Diskin, is that his name? Is that his last name? I think.
So.
Yeah, we met him outside the.
with his son. Yep. He was there with his son.
Yep, we met him outside the auditorium. They didn't make it to dinner with us, but it was still, it was great meeting him because there was no setup or anything. I was just walking by, and he goes, "Hey, Trekcast!" I was like, "Oh my god, this is like." Amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Being recognized.
Yeah.
For a split second, you were famous to one person.
Wow. I'm like a J-list celebrity. It's
We had a blast hanging out too, just us. Like
even Hallmark. I'm J-list celebrity. Even Hallmark channels like, we'll call you. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Exactly.
We might get on a reality show now.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Of us walking through toy stores.
Yeah, there you go.
Dan on Toy Island picking out his new toys.
That's it.
Yep.
Will the Thundercats get the rose?
Yeah, no kidding. It was a blast. I picked up the guys from the airport. I was there all week for work, and so on that Friday I took off. I drove to the airport, which is close by. Picked the guys up. We have full video of our first time seeing each other. It was hysterical. We were laughing. I just couldn't. It was awesome. So
it was great.
Tears of joy. Yeah. It was awesome. So, and I can't.
It was awkward. Yeah. It was awkward for about 20 minutes, and then it was like, I've known you guys for years because really I have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just hadn't been in the same room with you guys.
Well, what was awkward, and all three of us felt this, what was awkward, and it was the only thing that was awkward, but in a good way, we're sitting there talking to one another, and it's like, wait, it's like I'm listening to you on the wait, you're right there, though.
Yeah.
This is weird. This is not on headphones. Yeah. You're right there. It's just...
Gentry said the same thing when he was in the front seat, and some of us were in the back seat. He's like, I'm not looking at you, but I hear your voice, and it's like an episode of Trekcast is happening.
Well, that was the thing. We should have recorded that first encounter drive back to the hotel because the three of us were talking for 40 minutes or whatever it was, and it literally was this.
Traffic.
It was this.
Yeah, it was this right here.
It was this. It was nothing different than this.
No, it was fantastic. So we'll figure out a way to make sure so that was lessons learned from the convention, right? Plan ahead, think about what you're going to do and schedule it and tell people.
Yeah. Fine, though. It was good.
It was good.
It was great.
That's actually a really good leeway into the news.
Oh, good leeway into the news?
That's a very good leeway into the news.
All right, let's go for it. I'll play the clip.
Okay.
Attention all hands. It's time for Star Trek news.
All right, Chad, as you were saying, the next convention, according to Daily Star Trek News and then what they said at the convention while we were there.
Yep.
The next convention is next year, May 26th through the 28th, 2023, Mission Seattle. So bring your umbrellas, get you some scrambled eggs. I'm listening.
Avocado toast.
Right, avocado toast.
Toss salad and scrambled eggs?
Yeah, toss salad and scrambled eggs, yes. Go to that one street corner in downtown Seattle where there's a Starbucks on 3 of the 4 street corners. That's really a thing.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
There's the donuts that are about the size of your head, and they have every color of the rainbow on the outside of them.
No, you're thinking Portland. That's Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts. That is Portland. Okay, well.
Yeah.
They
might have a satellite store in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something.
I'm sure there. Yeah. Pay your respects to Bruce Lee and Kurt Cobain. They're all there. So
make sure to wear plaid.
Yeah, lots of plaid. Go to Pike Street. Go to the Space Needle.
Yep.
Yeah. So next year, Seattle. Yeah.
That's over. Is that over Memorial Day weekend, or is that right in front of Memorial Day weekend? I mean, that sounds like that's right.
Oh, I don't know.
End of the month.
It's close. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see. Look, it'll be fun. Chicago was a lot of fun.
It was.
So, yeah.
We made Dan eat
I'm sure
Chicago pizza.
Yeah. What would you eat in Seattle? Cigarettes and coffee?
Yeah.
You know?
I saw the funniest meme. I think somebody put it in the Facebook group, but it was the scene in Black Panther when Michael B. Jordan he beats the shit out of.
I posted this.
Oh, you posted, yeah. So he beats the shit out of T'Challa, and he turns to everyone and says, "This is your king, like this is your champion." Yeah. So it was a picture of him, and it said, "New Yorkers when they go anywhere else, this is your pizza."
Yeah.
Yeah. You did enjoy your Chicago bread bowl pizza.
Yes, it was pizza soup and a bread bowl. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good.
I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it's not pizza.
So we went to 3 places basically to eat, right? So we need to rank them. I think.
Oh.
We went to the pizza. We went to IHOP and then we went to Fat Fats. Fat Fat was a great Chinese restaurant that we just stumbled across.
Yeah.
All right. Top 3, or how would you rank them?
Well, I don't know. We went to the first night. We went to that bar, and
True. Yeah.
and those fries were
I don't
great.
even know the name of that bar. Yeah,
View. It was View, I think. VU.
Yeah, VU bar.
Yeah.
VU.
VU or View bar. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's
Those
all. Those are the
fries
only
were
places we ate.
That
Yeah.
doesn't sound like we ate a whole lot of food, does it?
Did we not eat lunch on Saturday?
No, we were at the convention.
We were at the convention.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Day.
We sustained ourselves on love.
And the
Indeed.
and the IHOP, because we had huge
The
breakfast.
IHOP
that
was quite
morning.
filling.
Yeah, we had huge.
Yeah.
We didn't hold back at the IHOP. So
True.
what's funny
true.
is Dan and I.
There was no dice rolling that morning.
No,
No, not at all. No.
Dan and I went back to that IHOP Sunday morning before I took him to the airport after I dropped you off because we wanted to get some food, and we had
almost got into a fight.
All completely different kind of
Wait,
experience.
what?
Completely different experience at that time around. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got to hear about that. I didn't know about
There
this.
was a guy. We were in a booth. There was a guy sitting behind Chad, and he was sitting alone, but he was very loud.
Yeah.
And Chad kind of turned around to look like, what's going on, and I just said to Chad, "Oh, he's on the phone. He's on the phone."
It sounded like he was talking in my ear or talking to me.
Yeah. And he was like, Chad was like, "All right, whatever." So after the guy turned around and looked at me, and he gave me a hard stare. I'm like, "All right, whatever." And we finish eating. He gets up to go to the bathroom or something, and when he comes back, like, he's just looking hard the whole time. He's walking across the room, and even as he's sitting down, and I just said, "Hey man, can I help you with something?" And blah 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 blah. He just starts puffing his chest out, and
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up, and this, that, and the other thing, and it's like 7:30 in the morning. We're gonna get into a fight at IHOP, and I just said to Chad, "You done? Yeah. All right, let's go."
Yeah.
And he was running his mouth the whole way out the door. And,
Yeah.
And even the guy ringing us up is like, "This is what I have to deal with."
At 7:30 on a Sunday morning.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That
So
sucks.
then I went back over and I just pinched him on the shoulder like
As you
this,
should.
and he slumped down, and everyone in IHOP started clapping. And then I said, "Double dumbass on him,"
There you go.
and we left.
There you go.
Nice.
True
Good
story.
one.
True story.
Absolutely, I believe it.
I was in such a great mood. I wasn't gonna pull a Chad.
There you go.
We decided to leave.
Nice.
We were done. We were finished anyway.
Yeah, we were
But,
done.
yeah.
Just
All right. So the second news story comes to us from Spiel Times. This was also announced at the convention, but it's just now hitting the internet. Star Trek Prodigy is getting a video game. It's going to be called Star Trek Prodigy Supernova, and it's going to be released on a lot of the major systems, or all of them: PC, Xbox, PS4 and 5, and the Switch. Expected to arrive in May, so next month.
that's quick.
Yeah. Well, they've been working on it. It's just we're now just hearing about it. Don't know anything. Haven't seen any gameplay. Don't know anything about that. For those of you who care, it is being developed by Tessera Studios and published by Outright Games. I don't know what that means, but I know people care about that stuff. So there you go.
No,
And
either one of them.
yeah, neither have I. So new Star Trek game. So that should be fun.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So are they to the point where animation for cartoons and animation for video games are running on the same engine? I mean, is the game coming out that quickly because, everything was already there to make it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the answer is no. Yes and no. All right. So, I mean, it depends on what engine they were using to do the actual CGI of the show itself. And usually over on PlayStation, Xbox, and everything else, you're using something like the Unreal Engine or something like that. And you're not necessarily going to be using that for doing show production. But
right.
The models are there. The kinematic motion of the models are there. The skeletal motions of the animatronics
that's what I mean.
type things are there. And so is there a way to process that over quicker? I would imagine yes, because you've already done the graphics design for most of it. So that part
they can be converted over.
Yeah. So that part makes it a little faster, but that's like not the most amount of time spent in a game. The game development has so much more to it than that. That's probably only 10-15%. I think my only thought here on this, even though they've been working on, if they've been working on it for a while, the fact that they're releasing a Prodigy game, which is based on a show, Prodigy, that just came out last year, it's probably going to be geared towards kids, and it's probably not going to be very in depth. That's the only reason they could put it out so fast.
I'm just wondering if it's this quick, if it's just a clone of another game, and they've just put a Star Trek skin on it.
Possibly. Yeah, if they've already got existing AI, if they've already got all the algorithms and the actual, physics of the game already done from something else, they can copy and paste over. Maybe, but then again, that makes it a watered down, more for kids game, not real in depth. So
it's based on a Nickelodeon show.
Exactly. So
it's for kids, no matter how you slice it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So which is fine.
It's fine. That's the whole point of Prodigy, to get the kids in.
That is the whole point. And they did
hook them while they're young.
Who's the main kid in Prodigy? Because they did have a character there from Paramount Plus.
I got my picture with them.
Yep. Yeah.
One of you guys got it on your phones. I don't have it.
Actually, he got a picture with Little Ocho.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It wasn't Daniel Reyes.
Sparkle jacket.
Little Ocho. Yeah,
that's right. My rapper name.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys got to experience Sparkle Kurt in person.
Yeah.
It's
quite majestic.
Because,
we had to go get you a new shirt because the United States government stole yours.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I realized I didn't pack it.
Oh.
It was my
yeah.
So here I am besmirching the United States government on bad info. But they did steal your Huckleberry syrup.
Yep.
So. Yeah. Well, your syrup.
My
was
syrup.
Going to be for you guys.
Syrup you brought for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the short version of that, Daniel packed drugs to bring to us. The code he's using is Huckleberry syrup.
That's right. That's right. The Hispanic tried to smuggle in drugs. That's what I do.
Hey, I got randomly selected on the way home too, buddy.
Okay.
And you know what? On the way in, the scanner randomly hit on my left ankle, and they had to pat me down, concentrating on my left ankle. On the way out, the scanner hit on my right ankle. And the guy's like, I got to pat down your right ankle. I said, my right ankle? Why not my left ankle? It's my left ankle in Newburgh or in Albany.
Yeah.
So
that's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah. Huh. Weird. Okay. Well, so Prodigy's getting a game, and Dan's ankles are dangerous.
Yep, and Huckleberry wine.
He's got a metal screw that he moves from one to the other just in case. He just wants to keep the scanner on check.
Yep.
When he hurts, he knows it's going to snow. It starts aching. He's like, snow's coming. Yeah.
No, it starts to ache when he knows the next episode of Star Trek is going to be horrible.
Yeah, Discovery starts back up. Oh, season 5 is coming. It hurts.
I can feel the pain already.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of Picard hate this week.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm watching the interwebs, and there's a lot of hatred now.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure.
We'll talk.
I'm not sure why. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. The last news story comes just from trekmovie.com. It's just a quick little blurb, but Michelle Yeoh, she's out promoting her new movie, Everything All at Once. It's basically Giorgio in Multiverse of Madness, essentially.
Well, it's before she actually makes it. Once she goes through that portal, it's before she makes it back to the Terran Empire. This is all the stuff she has to go through. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know what? That fits.
Yeah.
That fits.
Yeah.
So, So she talked a little bit about the mythical Section 31 show, as if it's going to happen, and so that's neat. And so she gave a nice little quote to EW Entertainment Weekly, and she said, Section 31 is in the Star Trek universe, but different. It's like Mission Impossible meets Guardians of the Galaxy in space.
I'm from Chile, but I work in outer space. This sounds just fantastic.
Yeah. So, I mean, a Star Trek show in space, who would have thought?
I don't know. Mission Impossible and what?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mission Impossible and Guardians of the Galaxy. Why wouldn't they just...
So I could see the Mission Impossible being Section 31. That makes sense to me.
And she was in Guardians of the Galaxy, so maybe she's just confused.
Was she in Guardians?
Yeah, she's one of the raiders or whatever in that group at the end when they're all Yeah. Oh yeah. She's in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Alone and all them.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's got her own ship.
I saw a humorous pitch for a TV show about a team of CIA agents, and their mission is to kill Clark Kent. Not because they know he's Superman, but because he's an investigative reporter who keeps uncovering things that he shouldn't. And it's a comedy. Okay. It's a comedy because no matter what they do, they can't kill this guy.
That's a good bit.
That's actually pretty good. I would actually watch that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I the only reason I think maybe Guardians is because she's gonna have a ragtag team to do her missions. That's the only thing that fits for me.
Does that mean long-haired guy's coming back?
Your favorite, Ash Tyler?
Ash Tyler, yeah, my favorite.
Yeah.
Ash Tyler's coming back.
Your favorite.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten
I mean, as long as they find
Lorca. 2 and 3 are.
If they find Lorca, I'll be happy with that.
So anyway, yeah. I mean, talk about just totally jumping the shark on that whole Lorca thing. I'm stopping. Yeah. I'm stopping. I want to be happy. I'm happy today.
There we go. Let's be happy. So, whatever. Will it happen? Who knows? But they're talking like as if it's going to.
Over under on Section 31 happening. Is it over 50% chance or is it under 50% chance? My money's on 0. So I
don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either.
There's so many other things. There's so many other pots on the stove that people are more excited about that just I don't think it's. Yeah, I think the time has passed.
I think so. And hopefully,
I think this is going to be. Go ahead.
I was going to say, hopefully, Strange New Worlds turns out to be everything it looks like it's going to be. In which case, we will forget about all the other stuff before it, and be happy.
I think Strange New Worlds is going to be their Black Adam, where it was announced years and years and years ago, and then it finally is going to start coming out. And then as it gets closer, it keeps getting delayed for no goddamn reason. And will we ever see it?
Strange New Worlds?
It's next month.
Strange New World or Section 31?
Oh, Section 31. I was going to say what? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Section 31 is going to be their Black Adam.
Interesting. Yeah. Say Section 31 is next month. I mean, we're like what? When
Strange New Worlds is next month.
Strange New Worlds. I mean, yeah. What?
We keep getting them confused.
You guys are killing me, man.
Now you're killing me here. You're killing me. So Strange New Worlds is next month. It's May. Did they say?
Yeah.
Was it like this first or second week in May? So we're less than 4 weeks. I think we're 4 weeks away. I think we are. We're less than 4 weeks away at this point. 3 weeks away. I don't know. What did Jerry O'Connell tell you when you talked to him? I didn't get to talk to Jerry.
I didn't either. I'm kind of jealous.
Oh God, that was funny.
Yeah.
So we found out. So we got media passes because we're snazzy like that.
Yeah.
Strange New World is May 5th.
No. Say that correctly. Daniel scammed us into getting media passes.
Yeah. Little Ocho
worked
got
my magic.
Media. Yeah.
Little Ocho just emailed us like, "Hey, where's our press passes?"
Yeah, it's stronger. Yeah. We got press passes, which is pretty cool. Strange New World is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. So there you go. You can have tacos and hang out with Pike.
There you go.
Tequila and Pike.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Strongbeard.
Is he in a shuttlecraft?
I think he's in a shuttlecraft.
That's my thing, man.
He's on his way to rendezvous.
I've got him muted, but I'll unmute him here in a second once we get the feedback.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll get the feedback.
Yeah, we'll get to feedback. So yeah, May 5th. What else? Now I lost my train of thought.
May 5th. That's right. Yeah, so we are 3 weeks away.
O'Connell.
Yeah. Okay.
He was right there.
So we got the press passes, and we found out after 2 other panels that we can sit really close up, like in the first couple rows, because we're allowed in the special reserved area. And we were all excited about that. So there goes the 3 of us. We go sit down. Well, everyone else who was hanging out with us, because we were so early to the Strange New Worlds panel, they also sat pretty close, like maybe 2 rows behind us, if that.
And one.
But off to the side.
Yeah, but off to the side. Right. 1 column over, 1 row back.
Right. And because they did that, they got to sit with Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Well, we're just sitting with random people who happen to have the top tier program or whatever. Yeah.
Son bitch.
Which I had no idea he was married to Rebecca Romaine. I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He done well.
No idea.
He done well.
Oh yeah, he did very well. He really leveled up. He's punching above
Well,
his weight.
I've seen some interviews on the Will Wheaton show with both him and Rebecca separately, and they both talk about how they give each other shit that they're both the first officer on their ships, and so it's always who's the number one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. And we all know that Ransom's number 2.
He's only hard when you make him hard.
That's right. Oh, where's that clip? I wish I could have played that for him. That would have been hysterical. Just brought out my phone and just played it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But that's all the news I've got. So,
or even this one.
So what has you seeking asylum? Religious persecution? Leading a rebellion? Some sort of sex stuff?
That's not him, is it? That is him.
I think that's him.
That's him.
him.
It just doesn't sound like him. It's.
I know it's a different voice for sure, but it's him.
It is definitely a different voice.
Scott's getting me motion sickness. Here.
I know. He's all over the place.
He's walking around the house. He's vacuuming. He's making eggs.
We're watching him. We're watching him doing.
I thought he was going out for the Blair Witch.
Oh, he didn't have to turn off the.
Yeah, the Blair Witch got him.
All right, let's got him. We done with the news? We can move into feedback and get.
Yeah, we're done with the news
because we got a couple guys in the. Yeah, here we go.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
And we are into feedback. Lots of feedback going on. And Trekkie Geek, you are muted, but you can unmute yourself. Daryl, you're unmuted. Strongbeard, you're unmuted, and you're back on video. There you are, sir.
Yeah. So you guys can talk.
Yeah.
What's up?
So, did you enjoy the convention as much as we did? I mean, we're still loving this.
Look, it's terrible, but
what's that?
I said it kind of sucked, and the company was terrible.
Right? What a bunch of dorks going to a Star Trek convention.
Yeah, you guys were awesome. Really had a great time. Gonna put my headset here.
Yeah, really had a great time. You guys were just, you never, like, I don't know when you guys first met how it was, but when you listen to a podcast or something like that, you for so many years you get to feel like you know the people, but you really don't, because they're on one end of the conversation and you're on the other end, and it's really a one-way street. But meeting you guys was awesome. It was amazing. Anybody who's listening, these guys are legit. They're really kind. They got big hearts, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm actually a nice guy. That's amazing.
Well, you not so much, but Dan and Daniel. No, I'm kidding. No, it was great. It was great. Heart, mind, and soul. You guys have some heart, mind, and soul. I'm not going to say which one has which, but
one only has a heart, one only has a mind, one only has
a
a soul. This sounds like Wizard of Oz.
Right. So.
Well, it was definitely a good time.
It was like Voltron, each of us individually are less than the sum of our whole when we come together,
Right. No,
and we take you to one toy store and you start naming off toys.
Yep.
No, it was great.
So who's the black line?
And Evan
Grant out. I can't
and Blake and Gentry were awesome to meet.
You're cutting out, Scott.
Are you out driving around, doing errands, picking up stuff for your lovely wife? All day, I think is what he said.
Yeah. I think we need to cut him there, man. It's too. It's dropping out. Yeah.
I apologize, Beard.
He's frozen.
I'm going to server mute you for right now. You can stay on video. It's fine, but we'll because I can't cut you off of the video for some reason. But we'll look at choppy pictures of your strong beard.
Yeah.
Daryl, you're unmuted. You want to have some feedback for us? Trekkie Geek, you're also unmuted. So go for it, guys.
It's just fun listening to you guys. I watched your guys' meetup video. It was great to see.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Dan did a good job of doing that mashup on his phone.
I haven't seen the video yet because I don't have Facebook. You need to upload it onto this site if you can, chaps.
Yeah, I'll put it on You got? Oh, I've got it on my phone, so I will go and post it in Trek. Did I do that? Shit, I have it on my phone. Why didn't I do that?
I think so.
You've been kind of busy this last week.
Man,
yeah, right.
It's been nuts. As soon as I got back that night, I had one day here in the office. I didn't even get to put the computer back together until just before the show this morning. Then on Tuesday, I flew to Dallas, and I was gone until last night. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a thing.
Quite the whirlwind.
Yep.
And it's it's a good thing you had that computer for us in Chicago,
because we never used.
We watched Picard with it.
We watched Picard with it up on the TV, it took us 30 minutes to figure out how to get the computer to actually play on this TV. Yeah. We even had to call the hotel guys to come, and by the time they got to the door, we had it figured out. So it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then it's a weird thing with the screen the entire time, so the image looked weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good times.
Okay,
it's good times, yeah.
It's uploading now. Let's see if our Discord allows us to put up a 3-minute video like that. If not, I'll go back and do a like a link.
If you put it in the Dropbox, I'll put it on our YouTube as well.
Yep.
So
it's going.
Okay.
It's going.
Okay.
Trekcast first meeting.mov 16 megs. It's uploading now. So we'll be good.
All right, cool.
I'll also do it in the Dropbox though. I want to put it on the social medias. So
okay, I'll do that once this gets done over here.
Okay. Yeah. So Trekkie Geek, you were saying something?
No, I was just saying that I hope it went as awesome as you guys expected it to, and that we were all looking forward to, because you know, as the chap who was speaking before me said, you get this picture of 3 guys chatting together and talking Trek, and of course the meet up last year was cancelled and everything, and you know, it's been great just reading your posts and everything, and I just want to say thank you very much.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah,
it was exactly like this.
I was going to say,
it really was.
My biggest fear about meeting up would be that it would change this dynamic in some way, shape, or form, and I don't think it's changed it at all. I don't think it's
no.
I actually, you know, on the flip side, it'd be great if it like made the banter here a little bit better. But honestly, it's like it's the same. Like there's almost no difference.
Yeah.
So although I do know,
I mean, there was literally. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We do know now what Dan looks like in his boxers first thing in the morning when he's trying to run down the hallway and catch you as you're leaving. So
give you a snow speeder.
So that's an improvement.
I know that.
Guess. Is it an improvement or not? I don't know.
And I added those photos to your OnlyFans, Dan. So
thank you.
Yeah.
There it is. The movie's up.
Daniel's like, wow, he's all tatted up.
Yeah.
But no, there was, you know, I'll be happy to let everyone know. Everyone will be happy to hear that there was exactly the same amount of ball busting occurred in person as there does on the show.
Exactly the same.
As it should.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it was pretty good.
I was going to say, I just wanted to say I haven't seen this week's Picard, so I'm going to bow out. I'm going to watch it in a bit later, but I just wanted to check in and say thanks, guys, and I'll listen to the show later. Take care, boys.
Hey, take care, man.
Thanks for
real quick, Tricky. Do you like Battlestar Galactica?
Yes, I do. Both the 70s and the newer one. Yes, I'm old enough to remember the 70s version. Yeah.
Enjoy Picard then. Yeah, enjoy Picard then.
Yeah. I was scrolling through Twitter and I didn't, mute any hashtags, and I think I know who Bob Baltar's playing, and I'm like, no, is it going to be who I think it is, and how many more people can they cram into it? But that's all I'm going to say. I'll reserve judgment until I've seen. Obviously.
All right, sounds good. Look forward to your feedback on that.
All right, man.
Thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves.
Yep, you too, man. See ya.
All the best. Bye now.
Cheers.
Man, it was almost like having Baltar on the show there. He has exactly the same accent.
Yeah, almost. I do love.
I love that, man. I love when people call in, and it's like, oh, this dude ain't from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He's not from Kansas. He's not from here. I love that.
Or whenever there's a different accent, Chad's like, hey, are they from Australia?
And then he tries to do it and sounds Indian.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time.
Right. Every time.
Every single time.
Yeah.
You know Bobby?
Stop. Stop.
Oh God, no.
That's one thing I didn't do when we were in person is my impersonations. I didn't want to get hit.
Yeah,
you're better off. You're better off. I did like that you guys both said that the first thing you noticed about me is how much shorter I was than you thought.
Yes. That's where the little Ocho comes from. I mean,
that's right.
We know you're short, but dude, you're short. You're not even as tall.
Yeah, I told you.
My wife is short, and you're not even as tall as her.
I know, I'm child sized.
Just makes you more huggable and lovable.
That's right. I'm the Ewok.
That's why that's why I offered you the front seat over and over again all weekend, because I'm like, I don't want him to think I'm treating him like a child because he's a foot shorter than I am.
But Chad had the booster seat for me in the back, so it was kind of
There you go.
Yeah. And then there was all the snacks and Capri Sun, and like I didn't want to lose out on that.
I did not have a booster seat for you in the back. Although when we took the video of the two of us in front and you in the back, it probably would have helped.
It would have helped. Yeah. It would have. Just a phone book.
I had to keep changing the angle to get you in
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's what someone said when they watched the video. It's like, oh, look, there's the two of them. And then the phone goes over to the side. Oh, there's Daniel in the back like he's been kidnapped.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What'd you tell your dad?
What a good time.
What'd you tell your dad when you called him and I said, well, I'm in Chicago with two white dudes in a truck.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago with two strangers in a truck. Wish me luck.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I did post in the group that we were doing a show tonight. And, of course, we did the age-old debate, New York pizza versus Chicago pizza, overwhelmingly on the Facebook group, in the Instagram account. New York pizza is kicking ass left and right. It's not even close. We did have Elam Garrick chime in, though. And Garrick says Detroit pizza and posted some image of whatever that is.
Ooh.
Yeah. But, I mean, the universe knows that Garrick is full of shit. So
Right. Just causing problems.
That's right.
Causing problems. Mike Medina did have an interesting question.
Did he?
He said, which is the least believable part of Picard? That an active astronaut is an emotional wreck like Rene Picard, or that a nearly century-old man with multiple death experience still has mommy and daddy issues.
This is that's the whole thing with this season that just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, what in the hell happened to Picard between everything that we know about him? First season Picard didn't have these problems. Now all of a sudden it's every fucking episode.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse.
Yeah. It's getting worse.
So I have a theory for that, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yep. Daryl, did you have anything else? We're still in feedback here. Daryl, did you have anything else you wanted to add in before we moved on to the topic?
Yeah.
Well, I keep hearing about Chicago pizza and New York pizza, but I can't say I've never had either. But as long as it has pineapple on it, I'm good to go.
How dare you?
This guy.
It's good stuff.
Kick him out.
Stuff.
Kick him out.
Server mute.
Yeah. Shun the non-believer.
His roles have been changed.
I'll survive.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. All right.
You know what? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I'm at a party and there's 6 types of pizza on the table, I will try the pineapple and ham. I will have one slice. It's not terrible, but I can't imagine ever ordering a pie.
So I'm kind of with you there. I do like pineapple pizza. If it's there, I'll eat it. But when I order something, I really can't get away from just a meat lovers type of pizza. You know, I want my sausage. Yeah. I want my pepperoni. Yep. I want my bacon. I want any other meat you want to throw onto it. That's what I want. And that's
Chad loves the meat. That's one thing I learned this weekend. He loves the meat.
I do. I love the meat.
Can we edit out or save the clip of Chad saying, "I want my sausage"?
Anybody listening can take a download of these shows and give us a clip. That's fine.
Oh, so is that could be?
Go ahead.
So that could be the screen title card on this one.
I love my sausage.
1 week. Yeah.
You never know. Daniel does a good job of making those up.
Yeah, I'll come up with something. I'm not sure yet. You know what we haven't talked about yet, and Chad and I both said, "Oh, we should bring it up right away."
Oh shit!
Kind of slight change to the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couple changes.
Yeah. So we talked to some of the people in Chicago, and everyone seemed to agree that it was a fine idea, and we could do this slowly, or we could just rip the Band-Aid off and do it. So Chad and I kind of thought, well, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Dan doesn't even know yet. We've been talking about incorporating ads into the show. At this point in the episode, you've probably already heard one, and so that's going to be happening. We're going to try to minimize it as much as possible, but there will be ads going forward. I think the way the system works, it may even incorporate it into the back episodes. So if you're listening to back episodes and just now catching up, here's what happened. So, yeah. So they'll be there. We will eventually create a feed that has no ads. We're looking at a small amount per month for that, like just $1 or $2, and you would then get the show ad free. But that's what we are looking at doing moving forward. It's going to allow us to do things like the conventions. We have plans for future conventions, like to have a booth, to have more of a presence than just us walking around. We would also like to be able to do other things as well, not just Star Trek conventions, but other geeky conventions as well. Yep. So it's not going into our pockets; it's going to us going out there to make the show better and have more fun with you guys.
And back to the fans, being able to have fan meetups when we're at these conventions or other cons, and being able to pay for that, being able to pay for everybody's drinks or something. Who knows? Prizes,
something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Giveaways, things of that nature. The website is back up. If you didn't know it, trekcast.com.
There's those costs too.
So there's those costs. There's the Podbean costs. There's all those things that are now fully on Trekcast, the three of us, and so that kind of changes things a little bit. So we've got to come up with a little bit of way to monetize.
Speaking of paying the bills and paying for drinks, I can't let it pass without thanking Gentry. I mean, the first night when we met up at that bar, we were there for hours.
Yeah.
And the drinks kept coming and the food kept coming, and at the end of the night, this guy just snagged the bill.
Yeah, he wouldn't let us pay. Yeah.
He wouldn't let us contribute, he wouldn't let us pay, and just a very generous gesture on his part. He's just a very nice, genuine man, funny
jolly
guy.
Giant.
What's
that?
Yeah, he's a
jolly giant.
Sure. Yeah,
he's a jolly giant. Yeah. And I had a blast hanging out with him all weekend. And thank you for your company. Thank you for your generosity. And can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Gentry, if you didn't know, almost 2 years ago now, paid for our coffee account to go gold, which allows for some reoccurring donations over there, things of that nature. Which has been fantastic. The coffee account, we just had our Mike Medina's, perpetual every month thing just hit. I think he's the only one doing that right now. But that's great.
Another one, but I can't remember who.
Captain,
thank you, Mike.
Or Commander Felton was doing it, but I think he's dropped off. So from doing it. So yeah, we appreciate that, Mike. We did get a donation there. There's no other emails or feedback from my end, though. That was the only other thing of feedback, just so you guys know.
Yeah, Scott talked about how he enjoyed the Chicago pizza in Chicago with us, and let's see what else.
He goes to Chicago every once in a while, so he's in that area.
Yeah, because he's in that area,
and he lives over in the Mitten State. So
so there you go. Yeah, that's basically it as far as feedback. So a lot of love for New York pizza on the group.
All right.
Well, we'll have to have a New York meetup.
There you go.
Well, I'm sure they'll do a convention there. I mean, if we're going to go to Seattle, that's great. I'm sure the next year they'll probably go East Coast, right? I mean, middle of the country,
I would think so.
West Coast, East Coast. It seems like that's how they'd break it up. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll do it in Miami. That'll be fun. So Miami in the winter.
As long as I can hang out with Pitbull.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go to the topic.
Okay.
Talking about Star Trek in this week's topic. Talking about the Star Trek in this week's topic.
Okay, so obviously we're going to be talking about Picard, but that is another thing too that if we can, we want to update some of these sound effects. By the way, whether it's that intro,
I got to do that.
all that. Yeah, we talked about doing that. Those things have been the same since almost 2008. So
yeah, it's
nothing wrong with them. They're great. I'm sure we'll still keep them in the roll and play them every once in a while, kind of like I play some of the intros and outros that people have sent into us, the fan ones. But yeah, we want to refresh. We want to do a little bit of a refresh on everything. Except for the logo. The logo can never.
It is time.
The logo can never change because it's right here enshrined in a piece of wood.
That's right.
So
that's
right. That is the logo from here on out. It'll never change. Oh, and I almost forgot. Strongbeard, when he was there, not only did he have those for us, but he had other gifts as well. And so I have this. Now that I'm home this weekend, I'm hopefully going to start on this. If not tonight, tomorrow, for Easter Sunday.
Reliant, right?
Yep, the Reliant, my favorite ship.
Yep, and I've been writing down all my feelings in my Michael Burnham diary that he got from me.
As you should.
And,
yeah. Did you have a good cry?
I did. Some of the stuff that I wrote is running down the page now from my tears. Yeah. But, I'll deal.
That's funny.
And I see the tribble I gave you, Chad.
Yeah, I've got the tribble right up here, right by the two Starfleet officers. So,
Yep. I got my Idaho magnet at work.
There you go.
On my,
mine's in the.
It's on my cabinet.
Just put it next to the computer. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Magnetize the hard drive.
Don't do that, people. Don't. Yeah.
So Picard, I don't know what episode this was, number wise. I forget what it was called.
Technically, we had 2 episodes to go through because we never reviewed the one in the hotel.
You're right.
Yeah.
God. So these two run together, but basically in the last one, Picard gets hit by a car, and they spend the entire episode going through how that happens and what they're doing to try to save him.
As somebody who's been hit by a car, that was believable.
Okay.
You can't just drop that and not share.
Yeah.
So what's the?
Yeah, I was hit by a car when I was 10.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you
for real
playing in the road? Was the person drunk and drove over your lawn? Come on, give us some details here.
So I was riding to a friend's house, and I was crossing a street, and the street that I was crossing kind of had like a blind corner, and so as I was going across, this car was going faster than the speed limit, hit my back tire, and I flew. I was like 10, so like they estimate I flew like about roughly 100 feet and then rolled another 150 feet because it was kind of like a sloping. Yeah. I got beat up pretty bad. Amazingly, I didn't break anything, but I couldn't walk for like a month because I was just so sore. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Crazy thing is a year. Huh?
Person stop?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he hit a kid. Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Keep going.
Yeah, he stopped. The weird thing is, literally, almost a year to the date later, my brother got hit by a car on his bike.
Oh, geez.
So, like, the next year after that, my sister was like, I'm not riding a bike at all. Yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't, but yeah.
Glad everyone's okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, everyone, yeah. Anyways, yeah, his being hit by a car was very believable.
Yeah, and Picard's okay. Well, maybe not. Picard's a little messed up, but that's okay. So, not really, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, that was the episode before. That was the entire episode where they did this weird countdown, 24 minutes ago, 48 hours ago, all that kind of stuff. And both of these episodes don't feel like a Star Trek episode at all. They feel like a holodeck episode without a holodeck. That's what they really feel like.
It was their art house movie.
Yeah, I mean, and this last one felt like a horror movie, the one from this week. So, I mean, it could have been a horror show almost, really.
Yeah,
with the way they did the basic
It was different.
Stuff. It was very different. So that's what happened 2 shows ago, basically. I mean, that was the whole thing. They were trying to get Renee safe. They were at the musical thing, trying to wind that down and get out of there. Picard gets hit, and the entire episode is about, trying to save his life. They get him to the clinic, and of course, this episode is all about him being in the clinic, and he's technically in a coma, I guess. And then Laris, not Laris, but is actually a Romulan, but wasn't a Romulan, but did a wavy thing with her hand, and now she's a Romulan.
I like naming her not Laris.
I mean, I feel like they listened to us and said, "Oh shit, that's right. She should be one of Laris's descendants. She should be Romulan." And then they just added that in real quick to the show.
I think the device she was wearing over her ears cloaked her ears. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Because the device was shaped like Romulan ears. And I don't think it's... Did we see her put them on, or did she suddenly just have them?
The ears?
The metal things that were... No, she put the device that was over here.
Yeah, she put the device on.
Did we watch...
Yeah.
We watched her put them on?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah.
Or did we just see that they were on?
No, she had them in her hands at one point.
Okay. All right.
And with her ear was normal until she did this, and then it wasn't normal, but then she couldn't turn it back for like so long because that's just the way it works for some stupid reason. So she just had to cover it with her hair. I mean, that was just poorly executed. But at any rate,
I'll be right back. There's a knock at my door. I got to figure out what's going on. I'll be right back.
Little Ocho's getting a delivery.
That's right.
So I mean, 2 episodes ago was the whole, okay, what's going to happen? Picard's going to die. The nurse gets the huge shock from trying to revive him. I don't know what that's all about. He's a synthetic body, but he's kind of human still, so I don't understand how electrical circuits what's up with that. What, does he go off when he goes through a metal scanner, metal detector, or what?
I don't know. They've never really explained exactly what he is. I mean, Agnes greeted him in the first episode and says he looks absolutely positronic. So, I mean, that kind of points towards him still being an android. So, I think he's just an android that appears human. I don't know, because then, hooking him up to life support and getting vital signs from him, that just wouldn't make sense.
No, he's biological, just like Soji was, Soji or whatever her name is. He's biological like that. He's not positronic. He's not mechanical or any of that. It's all biological stuff. I just don't understand where the shock thing comes in. That makes zero sense to me. But whatever. Know. There's a lot of these 2 episodes that don't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Butterflies be damned. Again.
Oh, they just keep every episode. They just keep going farther and farther down, forgetting about that or not care. Well, at least Crystal Ball does. Crystal Ball cares less about that because he's hot for the woman.
Yeah.
So even though Agnes kissed him, but she's not Agnes. She's a queen.
Yeah.
I get what they're doing with her. I do get what they're doing with her from the standpoint of she's got to have a higher level of endorphins or chemicals running through Agnes's brain in order for the queen to be able to take over and have control.
Yeah.
And that's what the queen is doing. She's trying to excite her, trying to get her worked up, get her endorphins going so that she can have control. Without that, if Agnes is calm, she can't... you're alive. You made it back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So, you got a delivery?
No, neighborhood kids knocked their ball into my backyard and wanted to know if they could go back there.
Ah, yeah. And of course, you said, no, it's my stuff now.
No, it's my ball now.
Exactly what I said.
This is Idaho. Finders keepers.
Right.
So, no, we hadn't really said much, Daniel, but we were just talking about Agnes in the 2 episodes ago with her influence of the Borg Queen and needing endorphins or a chemical reaction of some kind in order for the Queen to take over and take control, which is why she was singing. She was trying to keep the emotions up, keep her anxiety up.
Well, as we all know, the Borg really rely on emotions. It's been a fact since the beginning. So,
well, it's not a matter of the Borg relying on emotions. It's the Queen's ability to take control of Agnes's mind.
Right.
She's got to keep her off kilter in order to do it. So that part I understand. It's a little clunky how they're doing it, but I understand it.
Yeah, they didn't explain it too well, but
yeah. I don't know.
Is that enough for 2 episodes ago? Do we really need to go into depth on that one?
It's fine.
It felt like a weird episode to me.
Yeah.
And this last one, I watched it yesterday in the airport while waiting for the plane.
Mm-hmm.
That felt even weirder. It was borderline a horror movie, or horror episode, really, with what they did in the basement with the kid, Picard as a kid.
Yeah, so basically, we go into Picard's mind. He's having a coma, and he runs into a counselor and the counselor's basically trying to psychoanalyze him throughout most of the episode. And meanwhile, there's like a monster trying to bust into the room, I guess, like the Kool-Aid Man, and I don't know, attack Picard or something.
Yeah.
And there's also like flashbacks to his mom, Picard's mom, and
he's got mommy issues. All it's all through this season. It started that way, and then it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I have a good idea as to why, but let's talk about this for a minute.
That's how mommy issues work, right? They always start out slow and then they build up. So that makes sense. You know, also, so the monster's banging and not Laris is like, I'm going to do an inception and go into his mind and free his mind. And so I can't remember, right? Does she go and meet with the counselor, or?
She ends up seeing the counselor there towards the end when she goes into the room.
Oh, she sees the kid first, right?
She
sees little Picard.
And she's trying to help the little Picard get unstuck, as she keeps saying over and over again.
Because there's two versions of Picard in his mind. There's the old man Picard, and then there's little boy Picard.
And he's not really aware of. They're not aware of each other. Even in the end, I don't know if they're necessarily aware that one is the other. But there's a nice little twist there. Yeah, the whole time so far we're thinking about his mom as trying to keep him safe and trying to protect him and trying to keep the monsters at bay, when in reality it's his mom that has the mental health issue that wasn't treated properly, and the dad isn't trying to keep Picard from his mom. He's trying to keep a crazy ass mom away from the kid. And
they gave Picard a superhero origin story. Where family tragedy and its darkness, and there you go. That's basically what they've done. Also, fun fact: ends up the counselor is really Picard's dad. Maurice Picard, I think.
I believe so. Actually, it's Gaius Baltar. Gaius Baltar is Picard's
That's
dad.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Which is fantastic. I loved seeing him.
It's actually him. It's actually him. It's not like some actor who looks like him. It's
really
Gaius
him.
Baltar.
Yeah, it's really him.
Callis, I think is his last name. I can't remember his first
name.
name.
James Callis.
James Callis.
And he's very callous. I love it. It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I love that actor. I mean, I named my dog after Baltar.
Yeah.
So
that's a great character. It's a great actor. He knows. It's what's great is you can tell someone's a great actor when you've seen him do a character for so long that you love, and that character is also kind of whiny and twitchy and not exactly confident, even though he should be because he's super smart. But then you see him here, and you feel and see none of that. You just recognize the face. He's a totally different person. He's so good. He's so good. So, which is awesome, because sometimes when someone's character can bleed from one to the other because they're not good enough to be able to really portray those differences, but he clearly can.
He's good.
And that is a nice little twist. By the end of that, we find out that that's the dad, not the counselor. And we find out that there was things going on with the mom that that's where the monster scenario comes in. So I have a theory about why this is happening to Picard. I don't know if we're ready to get to that yet. We can either save it to the end. What were you going to say, Dan?
No, I was just going to point out that I feel like the theme of the episode is that your childhood memories are not necessarily accurate. The things that you believe occurred as a child are not necessarily accurate. He grew up thinking that his father was a jerk and he was mean to mom, and mom was abused, and come to find out, no, mom was a wackadoodle bird, and dad was doing what he could to keep the family safe. And I get that as the theme of the episode, but at the same time, I can't help but say this is the 24th century. This is 24th century in a socialist utopia. There's no mental health safety net in France for her to get
I'm sure, but
treatment.
But I mean, so look at Kirk. Still had to wear glasses because he was allergic to Retinox 9 or whatever it was, right? So
Yeah.
So he would have to wear glasses every once in a while. I'm sure this is one of those problems that just, you're never going to have everything solved. Nothing's perfect. There's always an issue. There's always something that can't necessarily be taken care of, regardless of our advanced technology.
But here's
that's
the thing.
What's going on there. Plus, socially, social circles, maybe he doesn't want to take the necessary step to get her help, which would be to commit her somewhere.
She's refusing treatment.
I mean, look at the exactly.
But they're trying to reframe the relationship. Okay,
yeah.
What we know from TNG was Picard's dad was mean.
Yep.
He was stuck in the past. He would not allow replicators and computers.
Yep.
In the house.
Yeah.
And because of that, he and Jean-Luc didn't get along, and Robert was the favorite son.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
And now in this episode, they're trying to reframe it that nope, dad wasn't bad. You remember it wrong because you were perceiving it through the lens of a child. But they kind of fail because the fact that he didn't seek mental health treatment for his wife circles back to he's stuck in the 19th century. He won't allow modern technology in the house. And because of that, he lets his wife suffer from mental illness unnecessarily for all these years.
It makes it a gray...
So they try to do this, but they end up coming full circle, and they're right back to Maurice is still a jerk.
Yeah. So two things about that. So
I don't know if it works.
I think it does from the standpoint of it's never black and white. Life isn't black and white. This is a very gray area about how you perceive and feel about your parents, and it's all that perception is your own reality and your own truth because it's what has been allowed for you to see. So it's still possible that the reason that those things aren't allowed in the house, the technology is not allowed in the house, is because if his wife gets a hold of it, she's going to kill herself or do something bad or who knows what. So there's both sides to that story. The only part of it that kind of fails or falls a little bit really so far is where the hell is Robert during all that, right?
Well, that was going to be my other question.
Yeah, that's the part of it I think that fails is they don't have the older brother there yet. And maybe that's going to be added in because they're layering all this on, and I think I have a reason for that. But
I don't know. They've been doing that. We're Lal. Mention of
Lal. I was going to say he's right there with Data's other daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So oddly enough, I stumbled across a YouTube channel this week. I forget the name. It's something like former TV executive reacts or whatever. I don't know what this guy has done in the past. I don't know if he was really a former TV executive or whatever, but he claims to be. Anyways, he talked about Discovery and some of the behind the scenes of Discovery, and I think it's applicable to Picard. According to him, the writers and producers kind of just do whatever the hell they want. And then every now and then a crew member will be like, hey, technically that's not in canon because of this, or this. Kind of bring it up just on set. And then he says almost always that crew member later gets fired for other problems. So, look, I don't know if this guy's real. I don't know. That could be a completely made up story.
Yeah, who knows?
But it would fit, it sounds like, but I don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's a shame because they used to employ people to maintain continuity on these shows and specifically be the guardian of canon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, won't we?
We will.
Okay, so here's my theory as far as what's going on here and what they're doing with Picard. So. And if this is what they're doing, then this actually makes a lot of these episodes that seem a little weird make sense. So we know that at the end of season 1, we know that he's essentially dying from and starting to lose his memory, having all kinds of, I forget the name of that disease he has or had.
Yeah, just some illness. Yeah.
Right. So
Urimatic syndrome.
Right. Exactly. Where's my nerd alert?
Yeah.
Warning! Nerd alert!
So
every time I get a nerd alert, I just know that you're jealous. That's
exactly.
all.
That's
yeah,
right.
You knew something I didn't. That's correct. I'm very envious. No. So we know at the end of season 1 he's dying from that or going to die from that, and that's just the reality. And we can tell he's having problems with it. all fine, all part of canon, all good. At the end of season 1, he's no longer a real boy. He's in a artificial body. His brain is the same in terms of his thought patterns and all of that, but it's all an artificial body, which means he's been cured from aromatic syndrome, which sounds like aromatherapy every time you say it. So
right, it is.
Yeah, it's aromatherapy. Yeah. So
you just need some lavender.
So he's cured from that, right? Well, now with this new technology of a fully synthetic body that's still biological, maybe there's some defects in that process, or maybe because of Picard's state beforehand with his brain problems, there's problems with it now in that synthetic body. You know, it doesn't mean that just because it's a synthetic body doesn't mean it's perfect. Plus, Soon even said that he's going to still age and still die. He's not going to live forever, you know. So I think that's where what's going on right now is happening is he's getting worse. Whatever this new affliction in the synthetic body is, it's just getting worse, and he's having a harder and harder time with it, which is why he's having odd flashbacks and or getting fixated on this one moment in time when he was a kid. Then it's getting worse every episode. If you really go back and look at each episode, what it was about and what was going on, every single episode, it's more and more and more about mental issue with Picard. And he's not even able to stay in the presence anymore. He's just sitting there, and all of a sudden, he's stuck in a memory for 5 minutes or whatever it is, however long it is that we see it on the TV anyway. So I think that's got something to do with it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just smarter than the writers. And again, they need to be listening to the show to get the ideas and make the shows better and make more money, and there you go.
I think this episode, there was something in there that I think is going to be brought back later. So this whole episode, we see that he thinks his dad is a horrible person, and then later he changes his mind because he learns the truth, right?
Yep.
I have a feeling this is foreshadowing his relationship with Q. And right now he sees Q as the bad guy, but something's going to happen, and he's going to realize, oh, Q's been trying to help me this whole time.
Well, I do. We talked about that before, even on the show, and I do like that they had that conversation with Guinan, which that whole thing with Guinan screaming and the stuff in the bottle. Come on, what the Elorians can summon? The Elorians can summon a Q. Come on.
I have a question about that. So
yeah,
the Q are semi-omnipotent beings that can conjure anything out of thin air. They can alter space-time. And you summon them with a bottle. Are they genies? Are they going to tie that in somehow?
I mean,
they might as well.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's just weird. That whole scene was weird. Her scream and everything. That scream and that feeling in the bar and everything else really bled into this being like this weird horror movie. It felt like a horror show. Yeah. It really did to me. It had a very odd tone for a Trek episode. But
yeah.
I don't know. And that's okay. I mean, they can do something different. Doesn't have to be the same every time. We've seen weird holodeck episodes. It's all good.
So,
but
the FBI agent at the end drinking at the bar. Did you guys recognize him?
I did.
Yeah, he's from the Shield.
Is he from the Shield? I recognized him, but I couldn't tell from where.
Yeah. He was also one of the. But he's also like the space cops from Voyager.
He was the first officer on the time ship Relativity.
Yep.
So I don't think an FBI agent. I think he is from whatever temporal affairs or whatever they're gonna, whichever version of the time police they're gonna use in this episode. Whether it's temporal affairs, if that's the same as the guy from the time ship Relativity, or Daniels from Enterprise. But they've established over the years that there are these organizations that monitor the timeline for disruptions and make corrections. And here we have Picard and company hopping around the timeline. It would make sense for someone to show up looking for them.
Right.
So I think it would be a pretty neat callback if this guy who was in one episode 20 years ago shows up as the same character. I think that would be pretty cool.
I mean, they have done obscure callbacks like that and make it connect. And then sometimes they don't. So
yeah, I hope they do. I hope in some way they do. But I think this also goes back to the other thing that's going on right now is that Q is obviously his powers have obviously been suppressed or taken away or something. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's obviously something wrong with Picard, even though he's in a synthetic body, and there's obviously something wrong with Q's powers, which is why when she tried to summon him, he didn't show up. He doesn't.
Right.
Some other Q should have shown up, so that's weird. Any Q could have shown up. So there's something odd about that.
A problem with the whole continuum is having the same problem that Q is. It's the destruction of the continuum, not just Q.
Right, and I mean, because again, we're in not only are we in a different timeline and we're in a different universe, we're really inside of a bubble that Q made. So he could have just screwed it up completely. So somehow, yeah.
So do we think Q is working?
You know what it was?
Q
wanted. Well, I think Q wanted everyone to forget who Spider-Man was, and it just didn't go the way it was planned. And now there's a ripple effect.
Right.
He couldn't get the spell right because Peter wouldn't shut up.
Right.
Yep, that's
it.
Which
Made no
happens
sense.
to you.
That made no sense.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. It was a fun movie.
It was okay.
Just enjoy it.
It was okay.
Yeah, I liked it. And I want more of that Chinese food. That was delicious.
Fat was fantastic. I still think the pizza was the best thing, and mostly because of the company. We had everybody together at the table.
Yes,
that was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
So,
but strictly speaking on food, fat for me.
Strictly speaking of food, I would still go with the pizza place.
Okay.
Because we even had some of that thin pizza that had the
that was good
stuff on it. The garden pizza. Who ordered the garden pizza anyway?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I ordered all the pizzas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was. I really enjoyed that. So it was thin crust,
Yeah.
So, plenty of food for strong
good.
beer to take home with them. We forced all of the leftovers on him.
I'm pretty sure we all might have a little bit of ADHD because of how much we just maneuver around topics out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
We do,
I know.
don't we?
We're just like, pizza?
Yeah.
I like pizza.
I had a bagel this morning and this coffee. I'm hungry again. Yeah.
Dan, would you like some coffee? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some. Please. All right. So, do we think that Q is working for Picard or against Picard? At this point, with what's going on, I would have to think that he's trying to work with him. But in the beginning, he wasn't. He was going to try to put him on trial, and then that just went all sideways. That's my thought on it.
He has always had an affinity for Picard, even when he was making his life miserable. He had his best intentions. Even when he was expelled from the continuum and had no powers, where did he choose to go?
Enterprise.
He chose to go to the Enterprise because he knows what a good person he is, and I'll be safe, and I can count on him, and yeah. So I think Q's a good guy. He's a trickster, but he's a good guy.
He's
That's
low-key.
what makes his character great.
He's literally low-key.
Yeah.
I don't know about he's Loki. Loki literally sticks a knife in your back when you're not looking.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean...
But he does it in fun.
Yeah. But he resets it and takes it back. No, that's the great thing about Q, and that's the great thing about TNG as a whole. The characters are so well thought out. Maybe not at the time, but in retrospect, as they built through them, they're very well. They're very deep. They're very. They're not one-sided. There's a lot to them. It's very gray. It's not black. It's not white. It's very gray, and that's what makes a character interesting. Where, he's got these, his intentions are generally speaking in the right place, but he's got these foibles where he wants to sometimes he can't help himself. He's going to do bad things, We all have hang-ups. We all have things that, get in the way of us being better people. Speaking of myself anyway, but.
We all do. We all do.
So.
So what do you think is going to happen moving forward? Because we're like halfway through this season already.
Oh, we're more than halfway through.
Anymore.
3 episodes left? 4 episodes left? Is that it? 3 or 4?
Something like that. Yeah.
Man, it's so up in the air at this point. That's what's kind of cool about it. It could go so many different ways, which is great.
I don't think we're getting resolution. I think it's going to be cliffhanger into season 3.
I think so. I think that's exactly what
season 3. And we should probably talk about. There was a big season 3 announcement last week.
Yeah, no Will Wheaton.
yeah, no Will Wheaton, but everybody else is coming back.
Everybody else is
coming back. The big 7. We're getting the big 7.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, are they going to make Worf look different? That's the big question.
Nah, I don't think they'll do
better
that.
not.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do
they
that.
Better not.
I don't think Michael Dorn would let them. I think he'd be very upset. He wants his Worf back.
I think they'll give him gray hair.
Yeah.
They'll give him gray hair, make him look older, like he did in All Good Things.
Yep.
But as far as his ridges and stuff, I think it's going to look the same as it did.
Okay.
And it should.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Maybe they'll give him a couple scars on his face or something. Because who knows what he's been doing since the last 20 years.
Make him walk with a limp.
Geordi with the visor or Geordi with those weird contacts that they say are robot eyes?
Oh, he'll have the robot eyes. He won't have the visor anymore. That's gone. That's been gone for a long time.
I think he's not even going to have robot eyes. I think he's going to have normal eyes.
It'll look like normal eyes. It'll be robot eyes, but it'll be normal eyes. Yeah, or whatever, biologically grown, whatever.
He's going to have Sung eyes.
Yeah. I don't even think they'll put the little dots on the side of his temples either. They'll just say whatever, it's done. They fixed that.
Yeah, we grew him new eyes. Moving forward. Yeah.
Yep.
Will Riker make more pizza?
Please, let's burn it. Don't burn it this time.
Yes.
Don't burn it this time.
Yeah, don't burn it. Yeah.
Boy, it's always something about pizza, isn't it? Even in Star Trek.
Hey, that was in Star Trek, man. That wasn't us.
I know. I'm just saying, it's pizza everywhere. Yeah. God, I want a pizza for lunch
everywhere.
now.
When I eat tomorrow, maybe I'll get pizza.
You're fasting today?
Yeah, I did a 3-day, and then I ate on Thursday, and now.
Nice.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of eating, I'm gonna go do some of that.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Yeah.
We got anything else?
No, I think we're good. That wraps it up. Looking forward to next week's episode.
All right.
We'll see where things go.
Yep.
And we will see everybody then. Obviously, send us an email, trekcasttng@gmail.com. Call us, 816-287-0448. Leave a voicemail. We'll play it on the show. Come and join the show live on Discord. I'll put the links out. I'll copy a link over into our messenger group, Daniel, if you just want to go and post that on Facebook again and everything else. We do the shows every Sunday morning.
I just did yesterday.
Okay, perfect. We do the show every Sunday morning.
And if you're not in the Facebook group, go check it out. There's tons of pictures from last weekend.
Yep.
Great stuff. Some pictures, some videos. Check it out.
Yep. We'll eventually.
Yeah, we only recorded today because tomorrow's Easter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep. I'll eventually get some of that stuff up on the website. We'll do a little bit of a redesign on the website to kind of clean it up and update it. It hasn't been updated in a long time. So.
Great.
We'll take care of
all
of that.
Well, enjoy the ads, people.
Right.
Yeah. Give us feedback on the ads too. Let's make sure it's not too much.
Yeah.
We want to make it enough to where we can have a little bit of money rolling in to pay for things, but not so much that it annoys you. That'd be the exact opposite of what we want to have happen. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next week. Yep.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Another episode in the can. Check us out at trekcast.com. Also, if you would, please subscribe to us via iTunes. Leave those reviews. Subscribe to us. We'll get some numbers, get up the list, get more listeners, do more shows, have more fun. But for now, we're all done. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week.